KX News Storm Team.
Well, 5:17 here on your very cold Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so a day probably that many folks are going to spend indoors. As we just heard, the inauguration of President Trump will be indoors this time for the first time in over 40 years. So I'm sure there's a lot of things will be indoors today.
Yeah, it is quite crazy on how cold it is right now all across the country, including here in North Dakota. And it's just going to be one of those days that you just want to watch the inauguration indoors instead of outdoors, if you will. And also just to kind of stay indoors and watch you a good movie on the side, you know, especially with the kids out of school today, which is really nice, you know. So it is a cold start to our day here across the viewing area. Now looking here on our KX cam here in Minot, we are seeing those temperatures 24 below zero at this time, and the winds are out of the west-northwest at 18 miles per hour with a wind chill below 52 degrees. So it is quite a cold start to our day, to say the least. And our current temperatures all across the board are remaining in the minus teens to minus 20s, especially in our northern tier counties where it is a lot colder. So make sure that you are staying safe out there if you do have to go venture out on this Martin Luther King Day. And our winds are out of the north and west about 15 to 20 miles per hour. So it's really adding to that bite that is in the air right now. And that leads us to our wind chill report, brought to you by Absolute Comfort Plumbing and Heating, where those wind chill values are in around the 40 and 50 below zero territory. So make sure you're bundled up, make sure you have gloves on, make sure you have your coats on, make sure you have everything on that you need to do to stay warm. Now, we still have this extreme cold warning in effect for pretty much the entire viewing area through tomorrow afternoon, and this is where we can still see those really brutal wind chills around here. And we can thank this area of high pressure that's giving us that northerly flow at this time. And this area of high pressure will thankfully move its way towards the east, and it's going to help moderate those temperatures up as we head into our Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we're going to be watching this shortwave trough as we get into our Wednesday, and that could provide the area with a little bit of snowfall, and we're going to be watching that very closely, folks. But looking at our frigid meter for today, we're going to be seeing that frigid meter at a level 5, so that means stay inside, folks, because it's going to be that cold. And looking at the wind chills throughout the day, we're just going to continue to see those wind chills in around the minus 30 to minus 50 range. And then once we get into our Tuesday, that's where those conditions will start to improve, and we will see those wind chills be on the more, controllable level as far as the really controllable level is. Lets you know how cold it is out there. And our overnight lows tonight will drop down into the minus teens and minus 20s, so it's just going to be quite a cold night in store for us. But again, for our Tuesday, we will see those temperatures increase back up into the 20s and 30s, which is around where we should be this time of year. For Williston, we're going to continue to see those temperatures overall moderate back into the 20s, and we will see that chance of snow on Wednesday. And the same thing goes for Dickinson as well, with those overall increase in temperatures. And once we get into our Minot area, we will see those temperatures overall increase back to average, even slightly above average for our Tuesday, and we will see that chance of snow for our Wednesday, along with here in Bismarck as well, with those temperatures on the overall upswing after today, and we will see those chances of snow for Wednesday. So it looks like, Alicia, after today, things are going to be a lot better in the temperature department.
I've never been so excited about average.
Yeah,
I'll take the average temperature.
It just really lets you know on the perspective of how cold it can get around here,
That's
especially during this time of year. So again, make sure that you are staying safe out there, Alicia, because as you see, it is still relatively on the very cold, and it's letting you know that Siberia is screaming at us. Let Siberia quiet down.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Thank you, Andre. And still to come this morning on Good Day Dakota.